Oh, hey there. So today, our plumber came by and our septic guy came by. They did inspections and they got all the rough plumbing in here, which is great. So you don't really care about that, but we have water now. And turns out we had a septic system the whole time, and technically it's a cesspool, which a cesspool is very deep and round and has a gravel bottom to it, and it seeps into the ground rather than having lateral lines. I think it has lateral lines as well, but it's just a different kind of a thing, and so I think we're all good on that. Now, I talked to several people this week that all had the same phenomenon. So usually when there's more than one thing happening at once, I'm like, this is a sign that probably other people need to hear this. Now, they were all going through trials of some sort, and when they learned their lesson, the trial stopped almost immediately. And before they could tell their story, you know, they were like, and then this happened and this happened. I was in a really dark place. It looked like there was no hope. I was never going to get out. I reached my rock bottom. I turned to God and I was like, and then the whole thing stopped, didn't it? And they were like, are you reading my mind? How do you know this? And I'm like, because that's the way it works. Imagine this. Imagine you got a kid and this kid is unruly. And they're sitting at the table and you're like, finish your meal. Now, I never did the finish your meal thing with my kids, but whatever the lesson is, okay? And then you can have ice cream or whatever the other thing is. As a parent, you have the power to give them ice cream at any moment, even though you've told them you're grounded for the next 6 years or whatever you told them. Whatever it took to make them get to that point, when they finally break down and like, fine, I'll listen to you. Like, good, I love you. Give me a hug. Here's your ice cream, okay? As you get older, the lessons become more harsh. But nevertheless, I think that to some degree, not always, I know people are gonna split hairs and say, what about me? But to some degree, God's trying to teach us a lesson. And when we learn our lesson, he's like, good, next chapter of your life. Or we can be difficult and never learn our lesson, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And we're like, I don't know why my life is so horrible. I'm like, well, learn your lesson. Is that so hard? Just learn your lesson and move on with your life. So then get to the next chapter. There's more. You know, there's step A and B, and you don't just go back to A again and keep circling around. You go A, B, C, D, and keep on going. There's a big universe out there. So learn your lesson. Love you guys.